This is a short body scan meditation to center you, to help you keep your mind and body in balance, and just to wake you up and get you ready to start your day. You don't need any prior meditation experience to do this with me, so let's get started. So to begin, we're going to take a posture. And so if you're sitting in the chair, try and sit with both feet flat on the ground, with your arms by your side, and sitting in a way that is upright and alert, and at the same time kind and comfortable. And you may choose to do this lying down on the floor or on your bed, and in the same way just stretch your body out so that you're not all crumpled together. So you're stretched out, your limbs, your fingers and your feet and your toes are all quite kindly stretched. And now beginning by gently closing your eyes, if that is comfortable for you, or otherwise simply lowering your gaze. And let's begin by bringing our attention to our breath sensation, the feeling of our breath inside the body, just the natural sensations as the breath moves in and out. Having a sense of the rise and the fall of the belly, and the rise and the fall of the chest. And then gathering your attention and directing it to glide down from your head or from your chest and belly and down through the body, down through past the buttocks and the thighs and the knees. And let your attention now come to rest gently and steadily on your feet. And so that you are completely immersed in simply focusing your entire attention on the sensations you can feel within your feet on the ground or resting on your bed or on the floor. And gathering your attention in this way, perhaps diving in to notice a sense of the toes on each of your feet. How do they feel to you? Can you have a sense of warmness or coolness between each of the toe digits? Or else perhaps are they feeling crumpled or constricted or constrained within some shoes or socks? How does that feel? And trying to tune in and just notice each one of the individual toes. And then releasing your attention from there and coming to hold the whole of your feet in your attention, in the scope, in the scanning of your attention. And so that all at once you can have a sense of the underneath of the feet, of the balls of the feet and the heel, and the soft skin that sits beneath the arches, beneath the instep. Noticing that contour, how does that feel to you? Can you have a sense of the smoothness of the skin there and how that contrasts with the hardness of the skin at the heel and on the ball of the foot? And then letting your attention come now to sit with the feeling sensation on the top of the foot and having a sense of all of the bones and the veins there as they're moving up from the toes towards the ankle. And have a sense of the boniness around the ankle. And then seeing as you hold the entire field of the feet within your attention, whether you can have a sense of the any pulsing or vibrating, just really tuning in here carefully. You know, perhaps through this meditation you may become aware of any judgments that can arise. You know, that this is good, this is bad, or comparing things the way they are to how you might like them to be, striving to make things different. No worries, try and release that sense of judging and just letting things simply be as they are. And so your feet are your feet, and the sensations you feel may be plentiful or very slight or just hardly perceivable at all. But nonetheless, just resting your attention there. And now letting your attention be released from there and come up through the front of your shins and the back of your calves, having a sense of the length of the shin bone and the softness of the calves, and coming up to the knees. Oh. And noticing any fleshiness around the knees, the knobbly bit at the front, or the tight skin perhaps at the back of the knee. How does all of that feel to you? Perhaps you may notice some throbbing or achiness here around your knee, maybe some slight discomfort or pain. Just sitting with that and just letting that be. And then moving from there, moving from the knee and coming up now to hold both thighs in your attention, in the field of your awareness, so that you're immersed fully in the feeling sensations that you notice between the knee and the hip bone, those areas of the thighs resting heavily on the chair or heavily held on the bed or the floor. Really noticing the weightiness here, the weightiness and the fleshiness, and the bone. How the sense of the bone, the heaviness of the bone contrasts with the fleshiness of the thighs. And again, noticing any vibrating or pulsing sensations here, maybe any tingling. And then also noticing how sometimes at the top of the inner thighs, that is a place where sometimes we can hold quite a bit of tension in the inner thighs and round to the buttocks as well. And so just breathing into this area. Breathing in, and as you exhale, bringing a softness here. Releasing any sense of tension or tightness. Sometimes you may feel a clenching in the thighs or in the buttocks. Just breathing into this and just trying to let that go. Any of those kind of sensations, just releasing and relaxing and letting go. And just having a sense of the pelvis and the bone, the sit bones, and how weighty they are as they are supported by the chair or the bed. And releasing your attention from here and coming up to the lower back. Let's just spend some time in this space here. There's a lot of sensitivity to be felt here. Perhaps you may feel some achiness or constriction. or maybe just a bit of throbbing, or maybe none of these sensations. Maybe just a dull ache. Maybe let's all just take a moment to breathe into the lower back. Just really expanding the flesh of the lower back, and the spine, and the side body here. And then softening and releasing your attention from there and coming back all the way up to the shoulders and to the top of the back. And what sensations do you notice here? And perhaps now, as we're moving our attention up closer to the head, perhaps now you may be noticing more clearly any thinking and thoughts that come in to interrupt your focus on the body scan. And if thoughts come in, no worries, or other distractions, maybe sound distractions, no worries. This is a practice. We're all here practicing together. No judgment. And so simply letting the thoughts go, unhooking your attention from any thinking. And let's come back together again to bring our attention on our shoulders and our upper back. And breathing here deeply too. So you really get a good sense of the expansion and the rise and the fall of the shoulders and the back with each breath. And then perhaps on the exhalations, choosing to soften and release any tension that you may feel here. The back and the shoulders may be feeling quite tight and rigid, almost quite solid, and just trying to find a gentle way just to bring some ease, some release to this area. And then releasing your attention from there and coming to have a sense of the front body. The rise and the fall of the belly and the fleshiness there. And the rise and the fall of the chest and the ribs. And perhaps here trying to tune in to any pulsing or vibrating sensations you may feel across the chest. Perhaps even tuning in and trying to have a sense of the pulse or the beat of the heart right there, softly held, cradled in your chest. Just pouring some kind attention to your heart as it rests here in your chest. And then releasing the attention from there, coming down through the tops of the arms now into the crook of the elbow, down the forearms to come and bring your hands, the palms of your hands, to feature in the field of your awareness here. Really calmly tuning in to any and all sensations you may feel here in the palm of your hands. Any tingling, any heat radiating perhaps. Letting your attention drift to the fingertips. Oh, minusculely and intimately, really touching the fingertips with your mind's eye. Just really having a sense of what you might feel with the sensitive tips of your fingers. Tingling and pulsing. And taking a deep breath and releasing your attention from there and coming up through the body, up through the neck and into the head and into the face. And perhaps here noticing a pulsing in the neck or around the temples, around the ears. And holding all of this in awareness. And letting any thoughts go. Pulsing, tingling, heat or coolness, the moisture perhaps within your mouth. How does that feel? The breath as it moves in and out of the nostrils. Now coming together to take a great inhalation, drawing the breath all the way up from the feet, all the way through the body, breathing in deeply, deeply, filling the whole body, filling your whole belly, your chest, your shoulders, your arms, your head, filling with the richness of the in-breath. And then releasing slowly through the mouth. And with that, letting your attention now just glide down from the head, through the neck, the chest, the belly, the buttocks, all the way down the full length of your legs, and coming to rest finally with your attention here on your feet. Feeling grounded and sturdy and steady. And finally balanced. Ready to start the day. So with that, breathing deeply and bringing some movement to your fingers, your toes, stretching out your arms, perhaps stretching your feet, and then gently opening your eyes and coming back into the room. So thank you for joining me here today. I hope you have a wonderful day ahead. Thank you and go well.